Change is afoot at the two British brands, premiere of the compact car's new look. Designers are having fun at the show, and this could be what the future looks like. The engines of the Land Rover and the Jaguar continue to roar in Geneva. The two brands are still changing 7 years after being bought by India's Tata Group. The legendary Defender is no more. Created in 1947, production of the 4x4 will stop at the end of this year. Full of nostalgia at its disappearance from the Land Rover range, its fans are crowding around to see this very last Defender. I think it's a shame because it's wonderful. It's an icon, it doesn't age. We're losing a bit of the past, the history of the brand. In line with the current trend for small SUVs, Land Rover's betting on the compact nature of its new Discovery Sport. Prices start at €35,000. And Jaguar's spicing up its recipe for English sports cars, moving from luxury to premium with the new XE. The mid-size sporty family saloon shown with the E-Performance engine in Geneva, 163 HP. The Jaguar's hunting on German territory now, taking on BMW, Audi and Mercedes. Just 2 years after its launch in Geneva, the second-generation Toyota Auris has had a little touch-up, just in time for spring. And this revamped version is back under the spotlight as a premiere in Geneva. The front of the compact car has been redesigned to give it a more aggressive look. In particular, the front has changed on this Auris that we can see here. The front grille is different. The rear bumper has also been widened, affording you greater protection. Inside the car, you'll find new upholstery and new materials. Toyota's taking great care with the finish. On the inside, the dashboard in particular has changed. In fact, we've reduced the controls. We have a much bigger screen. Everything is touchscreen now. We have new air vents, a new speedometer, and new materials which enhance the car. They upgrade it even more.
Und wir haben vor allem neue Materialien, die das Fahrzeug aufwerten, nochmals aufwerten.
And there are two new engines, a small 1.2-litre turbocharged petrol engine with 116 HP and a 112 HP diesel engine. And not forgetting its best-selling hybrid version, which represents 65% of Auris sales. Home to futuristic and sometimes even eccentric cars, the show is also a meeting place for designers. A journey into time with unidentified rolling objects like this model here, straight from the imagination of pupils from the Espera school in Montbéliard. We went for a slightly futuristic design, but at the same time very understated. This is a Subaru GT2000 220 HP. It formed the basis for this off-the-wall coupe, the fruit of 13 weeks in the workshop. For 28 years now, famous designer Franco Sbarro has allowed his pupils to present their work in Geneva. The mechanics of the car, like the engines and the transmission, dictate the essential components that you need. Then comes the seat, and once you've got the height of that, you can build the design around this framework. The students from the Sbarro school hope to find their niche in this super demanding world, and perhaps even one day return to Geneva with their own team. Two curiosities have landed at the show. The first is electric and hails from Liechtenstein. Nothing strange about that, but this Quant's battery is powered by salt water, sort of at least. This technology makes it possible to power electric motors generating a staggering 920 HP. Flow cell technology is based on a redox process, i.e. reduction and oxidation. The high and low ionic charged solutions are kept in two tanks which are pumped through a central cell separated from each other by a membrane. That's how electricity is generated. And in our system it can generate as much electricity as it needs to power the car. Quant is promising unprecedented performances for an electric car, from 0 to 100 in 2.8 seconds, top speed of 350 km/h, worthy of a Lamborghini Aventador. Working from a different but just as surprising technology is the light cocoon, an ingenious idea from German engineering design firm EDAG. The light cocoon is a true chameleon. Thanks to the fabric which covers the chassis, it can change its colour to match your mood. So this is a small section of how the body of the car is built. This here is only a sample, but basically it's a 3D printed structure, which is then covered with a fabric, glued on, and allows the light to shine through.
Verklebt wird oberflächlich und dann im Prinzip hier auch das Licht dementsprechend durchscheinen lässt.
The skin is super resistant, but it's 4 times lighter than the paper you find in the office. Truly illuminating. Which is your favourite car at the show? Go to the poll on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GVA Motor Show. Head to photos, select the album for which world premieres will your heart beat, and simply like your favourites to vote.